I'm coming at the haters, they're making me more famous, cause my videos got more force than Darth Vader. Go! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Battlefront Bazaar. It's your boy, Turkish Delight, and today I'm bringing you something that I haven't done in a while, a speculation video. To be honest, I've been trying to stay away from these, but this topic was just too good to pass up, plus it is based in some fact. So with that, let's jump right into it. Despite Episode 1 being one of the more underappreciated Star Wars movies out there, it did bring us one of the most iconic and popular starfighters in the entire Star Wars universe, the Naboo N-1 Starfighter. This sleek ship is the definition of badass, complete with an autopiloting system, shields, 2 blaster cannons, and proton torpedo launchers. In the movies, they had their moment of glory in Episode 1, taking on the Confederate blockade above Naboo, but in Battlefront 2, they're extremely underused and underappreciated for such a popular starship. In the game, the N-1 Starfighter is available on only one phase of one map in a single game mode, namely Galactic Assault on Naboo. While fitting, this is the only time a player gets to experience flying one of these ships in Battlefront. It's not even available in any of the Starfighter Assault maps or arcade. The N-1 is underused even in Galactic Assault because Theed honestly isn't the best map for doing strafe runs, as there is plenty of cover and too many little pockets that the droids can hide in. This ship gets no love, and one Reddit user pointed this out, with Ben Walke replying to him saying that he too is a fan of the N-1, and we can expect to play it more in the upcoming Starfighter game mode. There have been leaks of a heroes versus villains type game mode for starfighters coming to Battlefront 2, and I think this would be a great time to reintroduce the N-1 as a playable ship in that mode. However, the fact that these leaks were about a hero starship game mode caused that Reddit thread to instantly light up with possibilities of how we could see the N-1 reintroduced, whether in the form of a regular playable starship or as a new hero ship. Not that we need any more hero ships on the light side, but today I'm going over my top 5 ideas of how the N-1 Starfighter could be reintroduced with this game mode. Again, this is pure speculation, but any one of these could in fact be what is coming. So with that, let's jump into the top 5. Starting off the list, in the number 5 slot, we have the most likely scenario where we see the N-1 as just a regular playable ship. There have been rumors going along with these leaks about the new mode saying that once a hero is defeated, that player spawns back in as a regular starfighter, and maybe the N-1 will be one of the playable options. In Galactic Assault on Naboo, the ship has 3 abilities and 1 blaster cannon as a primary weapon. The 3 abilities are the standard astromech repair, proton torpedoes, and a weapon buff that overcharges the primary gun. This ship could easily be copied and brought over into the new mode. A simple but welcome addition that would really boost popularity with the Starfighter modes, I think. After that, coming in at the number 4 slot, we have an upgraded Naboo Starfighter that serves as a wingman to the heroes, and a ship that acts as a sort of enforcer starship class. In the extended Resurrection part of the campaign, the very first mission involves Iden and Zay shooting down some N-1 Starfighters that have been modified by Janata Sector forces. These N-1s sported a new, in my opinion uglier paint job, with modified weaponry such as an automatic turret gunner and concussion missiles. These ships would play similar to the standard N-1, but slightly slower and with more health. I'd say it would be similar to the bomber class starship, but a tad faster and more suited for one-on-one dogfight combat. We could pay a price tag of 2,000 battle points to pilot these bad boys and help your team take down the opposing heroes. All this sounds pretty cool, and the models for these upgraded N-1s are in the game due to the campaign. However, I find this idea a bit unlikely to happen. At number 3, we have the introduction of the first possible hero ship, one that I would personally love to see, and one that might actually be a very likely scenario to see brought into the multiplayer, since it already appeared in the campaign, albeit briefly. But hey, so did Iden Versio's TIE Fighter. Leia Organa piloted an N-1 in the campaign, this mission actually being based on a Star Wars comic that is part of the new canon. In the comic, and in the game, Leia was accompanying the Queen of Naboo on a mission in the N-1s when they became overwhelmed by Imperial TIE Fighters. It's at that point that we jump in during the campaign mission. I'd say her hero ship would have similar abilities to the standard N-1, such as the astromech repair and proton torpedoes, though the torpedoes could probably be replaced by something a little stronger. Since she is force sensitive and a strong part of the Skywalker lineage, I'd say her middle ability should replace the weapon overcharge with a hard lock-on type ability, similar to Luke's lock-on in his X-Wing, signifying some sort of force power Leia can use while she flies. Leia's N-1 would of course have a solid boost in health and an increased speed and turn rate. I think she'd be a great hero ship. Let's see it, Dice. At number 2, we're getting into some new territory, but we've all been wanting more Clone Wars content, so how about the introduction of Leia's mother, Padme Amidala, in a playable N-1 hero ship? Padme's ship would be almost identical to the one I described with Leia, except perhaps with the difference in the middle ability. As Padme isn't force sensitive, she could have an ability similar to Tali Lintra, where she boosts morale in the team with a boost in health and decreased damage for a time. To spice it up even more, we could replace the proton torpedo with a really unique ability, such as with what I like to call a summon. Using R2, or the right bumper depending on your console, she could summon Anakin for backup to pick off anybody tailing her. He would fly in after activation and start shooting, in which the ability would last for 2 seconds, and then he'd fly away, following with some smart-ass voice line about Padme staying out of trouble. This active time could be further boosted with star cards. Matt Lanter, the voice of Anakin in the Clone Wars TV series, has expressed interest in doing voice lines for Anakin as a playable character in Battlefront 2, so what a perfect opportunity to voice some extra lines for his secret sweetheart's ability. And speaking of the chosen one himself, my number 1 spot for a new N-1 hero ship is indeed Little Annie from Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. No, this is not a joke. Little Annie absolutely demolished the droid command ship from the inside at only 9 years old. He's been busting up clankers since before Captain Rex was even born, so if any hero is worthy of being included in Battlefront 2, it's Little Annie. His N-1 Starfighter would be equipped with some pretty unique abilities too. The first one would be Autopilot, where the aim assist for his standard gun is increased as well as a slight damage increase. This ability can be activated and deactivated at will, but must be cautious about how it's used. While boosting damage and the aim assist, it will also slow the ship down and make you an easier target. Having R2 get you off the autopilot before it gets you both killed can be a good idea. His second ability would be R2 himself, providing a boost of health and health repair if you find yourself in a sticky situation, basically identical to Luke's R2 ability, while the third ability would be those proton torpedoes he used to destroy the droid ship from the inside. He would also have a fourth ability, same as Poe, Tali, and Iden, that I would call a good trick. Annie could use it in combination with Autopilot if he finds a lot of heat on his tail. Kind of like Poe's Afterburner, but with a literal twist, he would instantly start spinning and boosting away, gaining a huge reduction in damage and voicing that iconic line.
Now this is pod racing.
I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty damn cool to me. And with that, that's my list. Thank you all for joining me today and checking out my top 5. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy these types of speculation videos or if you prefer the straight facts in the news updates that I've been doing lately. Like I said, I've been trying to stay away from the speculation just to focus on the facts and what is actually happening behind the scenes of this game, but these types of videos are fun every once in a while. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Naboo Starfighter variation was and which one you'd like to see most introduced into Battlefront 2 with this new Starfighter game mode. If you're a new viewer, consider becoming a subscriber to stay up to date with all future videos. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you are a subscriber, make sure that little bell next to the sub button has been rung so that you stay notified whenever I drop a new video. I appreciate you stopping by the bazaar. This has been Turkish Delight, and I'll see you all out on the battlefront. Peace. Tequilas, margaritas, got me chilling with the divas and all of the spicy senoritas. They be dancing on the table, all so graceful, delight angels, got them spun like ballerinas. If woman not from Venus, take me